All right, so what we've done so far is manual testing, dynamic testing of apps where you install it on the phone and then you do tests to pick up various security flaws. And that's one way to do it. But of course, a much more professional way to do it is with a vulnerability scanner. And for the first one here, you need a Linux virtual machine, and you'll need it in coming days anyway. So if you want to keep going, you should set up a local virtual machine. I'm just using a Debian 12 virtual machine locally. You can use various versions, but Debian 12 is the one I've settled on for the moment. I usually use the latest version of Debian. And one of the vulnerability scanners you can use is this thing called Quark. So let me get my Debian machine running. I don't know if it is. It is running. All right. So I should have a SSH shell to it in one of my many command line windows. Um, yeah, this one. All right. So we don't need this one anymore. All right. All right. So what I did here was I just installed Quark. Quark is available in the pip libraries, the Python libraries. So all you have to do is create a virtual environment and install Quark, and then you can run Quark, Q-A-R-K. The vulnerability scanner, although I have to be running in the right Python virtual environment. So let me do that. I've already made it here, I think. Let me do an ls. Yeah, I've already created this Quark virtual environment, so I have to activate it with this command. And now inside there, I should be able to run Quark, Q-A-R-K. Yeah, and so it shows you. So this is an automatic scanner. You can uh, get a APK file, which is a complete Android app in a single file, and then you can analyze it. And now, is this the one? Yeah, I'm not going to do it live because this is the one. It takes about 30 minutes to run. This scanner is amazingly slow and inefficient. So that's the only disadvantage. But it does scan it and find flaws like an API key, like using uh, code constructions that can lead to code that take user data and put it in a command line. So you get command injection and broken SSH connections like we found dynamically. So it's a useful tool in that regard. But let's move on to another one because this one is too slow. Androbugs is nice and fast. So let's take a look at that one. Now in Androbugs, again, you have to use a Linux machine and you have to install Python 2 because this program uses the old version of Python, which is sort of silly, but that's the way it is. Now there's a way to escape these things. I've forgotten how to escape a Python virtual environment. It's deactivate or something. How to leave a Python venv, work on deactivate there. Yeah, that got rid of it. This prefix went away. All right, so clear. Uh, all right. And so now let me get to here we are. All right, so Androbugs, I've already cloned it and put it in here. So if I do ls-l, you'll see I have this thing called the Androbugs framework. So I need to go in there and run it. And run it with Python 2. Let's just do an ls here first. And there it is, androbugs.py. Yeah, so I can run it, and I'm going to analyze this APK, Genie APK, which is one of these old vulnerable apps that I've got that was in the store a few years ago. So I do Python 2 and analyze Genie. So it calculates the SHA, the hash values of it, and then it doesn't take very long to give you a report of the security flaws it finds in that app. And this, like the previous one, is static analysis. It's unpacking the APK to reveal the sort inside and then looking for patterns of source code that don't fit and then storing it in a ridiculous long directory path, but you can copy that and then look at it in a tool like, say, Nano. All right, and now you see the app here, and it's going to show you various flaws. Here's a critical flaw it found, saying there's a setup in the intent filters, which means something about the general functions this app has. It doesn't like the way that's set up. And here's the one I like, SSL. This is the broken SSL, showing that it does not validate the SSL certificate. So it's going to have a broken SSL where you can put a man-in-the-middle attack like burp and it will accept it. And you can find other things here. So it's pretty fast. And it gives you this report, which is not terribly pretty, but you can't beat the speed. All right, so that's one useful vuln scanner. And another one is Androbugs, or MobSF. MobSF is very nice. And you can also put it on Linux, although you can in fact install it directly on a Mac too. But for this first tool for static analysis, you can just install it on Linux. It runs in a Docker machine. You install Docker, and then you run MobSF here. And I should have that all ready to go. Let me check my terminal windows. That's Androbugs. This is Docker. All right. And that's running it. I've already started it and it's running. Once you get it running on your Linux environment, you can then use it with the GUI. You go to your Linux machine's IP address, which is here, 172.16.71.132, HTTP, and that's the number 172.16.71.132, 8,000, all right. Uh-huh. And it might not have remembered the HTTP, and there might be something after that I have to put in. Let me go here. If I can find my instructions. Um, right. Androbugs 304 is the one I want. Okay. It should be 8,000. Okay. Um, right. The problem is I'm running two of these. That should be all right. We put HTTP in this one. All right. And still failing to connect. Perhaps I've got the wrong address. Let's go. Whoa. Uh, that's rude. Come on. Okay, there's the window. Right. All right, I'm going to stop this recording. I've got too many windows and too many things going on at once. I need to clean up my machine.